We'll be back in the morning when the sun starts to rise. So mama, don't stress your mind. So mama, don't stress your mind.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's just to be here, and I'm back with another video. I am finally recording on my camera again. It's been so long since I was able to record on my camera, but I finally got it back working, and my computer as well, so things are looking up. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, which you should do, and I'll give you a second to do so. Okay, if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's not all that lit over there, but with your help, you know, you can make it lit. So go follow me on Instagram. But on Instagram for the past 2 days, I've been uploading some pictures or some photography that I've been taking on my own of myself, so self-photography. And it's actually something I'm very interested in doing, and I have been doing it for a while. Like, I used to upload my pictures to Instagram, but I stopped uploading those kind of pictures, and I deleted the ones that I did have, and I actually think I lost them, which is so sad. So I use two apps to edit my pictures. It's a fairly simple process, but it is, you know, there's a lot of steps to it. So the two apps that I use are Airbrush and I use Lightroom. So that's what we're about to do right now. So I'm gonna start screen recording. The very first thing we're going to do is find a picture that we want to edit. And I think I'm gonna show you guys how I edit the first picture. Okay, I can use this one because this one is edited. Okay, so we're gonna use this picture right here. So this is the picture that we wanna use, and I didn't even have to do all that. Okay, so we're gonna go to Airbrush. We're gonna open up Airbrush, and I like to use this. It makes my skin super flawless in my pictures. Even if I do have on makeup, me personally, a lot of people don't like the satin finish or like the airbrush finish on their faces and their pictures and their photography, but me personally, I like it. Like, photography or professional pictures is your excuse to Photoshop. Technically. So let's see here. Okay, here are all of my untouched pictures. I think these might all be like airbrush pictures though. Okay, so this one has already gone through Airbrush. I took the memory card out so I could use it in my camera, and I didn't think about that. So we're just gonna have to make do with this one. So basically what I do first is I go to Smooth, and I just re-downloaded this, so you know it's gonna take me through all the steps. So anyway, I go to Smooth and I just put it, zoom it in, and you can adjust the size of the brush however you want to do that. There's an eraser, there's a smooth and a smoother option. So I'm just gonna make my eraser a little smaller, and then I'm just gonna go over my skin like that. I don't need a whole lot, and like I said, I've already done this one, so if it looks like super overdone, that's why. So I just airbrush over all the parts of skin on my face, of course, and then that's it with that step. And then I go to brighten, and brighten is for your eyes, but I like to use it to like touch up my makeup and stuff like that to make it pop, because in person, you know, it's a little brighter than what it actually is on the camera. So I go over my entire eye, even the black eyeshadow part. But if I see that it gets like in the crease right there where it just looks way too intense, then I just erase it a little bit. And then that's good. So I'm gonna go back to brighten and do my other eye. And then I do up under my eye. And the only thing I ever use brighten on is like my eyelashes, or if I have on eye makeup, then my eye makeup too. I don't ever touch my eyebrows or anything like that because I just feel like that's just way too much. So after I do brighten, I whiten. And whiten is for your teeth, and I do use it on my teeth, but I also like to use it on my eyes. Not my actual iris, but the white part around that. I use the whiten on that. And then if you can see my teeth a little bit, then I go and I whiten my teeth. But because I've already whitened my teeth one time before in this picture, it's gonna look crazy, so I'm just gonna go back on that. But just know that I do whiten that, and any other place that there's anything white in the picture, I whiten that in the picture as well. And then once I'm done with that, I go to tools and I use bokeh, and it blurs out the background, of course. And I like to do that because with my backgrounds or my backdrops, I don't like for it to look like a backdrop. I don't like for you to be able to see any wrinkles or anything like that. So this just smooths that out for me. And you can adjust how much you want it to show up or how little you want to have. And I'm gonna just put it to like 17 since it's already been done. But you have options from round, triangle, hexagon, heart, and I just like to do the round because I feel like I don't need all the extra stuff. So then I have that done, and this is not free, but it is free if you like share it 3 times or if you watch a short ad. So I'm just gonna share it to Instagram 3 times. But the secret is, if you just tap on Instagram, you don't have to share it. You can tap on Instagram and then tap back, and then it'll just let you use it. I don't know if they know that, but they know it now. Okay, and so then I like to go and relight my face. So this is for if you didn't have the necessary light that you needed when you were taking the pictures. Like I don't have a big ring light or you know, studio lighting. I just had a lamp. So this allows you to go in and relight your face. So you can just put it in the front of your face, above your head, on the side, of the other side, or up under your chin. I don't necessarily feel like I really want to relight my face in this, but just for the sake of showing you how it works, I will. So I just put it on the side and then bring it down a little bit. And then again with this one, you have to share it or watch a little mini ad. And so we're just gonna do that and save it. And that is all I do for this, unless I want to change my skin tone. Like if my skin tone got washed out in the process of taking the pictures from the flash, then I'll just change my skin tone. But I don't think I want to change my skin tone this time. So, but you do have options, you know, you have from dark to light. And so that is all I do. So I just click the little arrow up here and I save it. And then I go over to Lightroom. Now Lightroom has a plethora of different things you can choose from. You can change the lighting in your pic. I'll just show it to you. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the little plus thing down there where I can add my pictures from, and then click add, and then go to all photos where it should have downloaded. Yep, there it is right there. So now what I like to do with this one is go all the way down to optics and click lens profile corrections, and then manually blase. So what this is, I haven't recorded on my camera in so long, so I'm just very paranoid that it will stop recording. So what this is you can just change, technically, basically like the look of the lens by clicking on a different camera device. So it has Apple, Canon, Google, all of that good stuff on there. So if I've taken a selfie on my phone and I'm using Lightroom, then I'll just use Apple, because my phone doesn't have the best camera, but it doesn't have the worst camera either. But when I take professional pictures, I use a point shoot camera, and it's not necessarily, of course, it's not as good as a Canon or anything like that. So what I do is I click Canon, and then the distortion correction, I just go, you know, halfway or whatever. And I feel like that just kind of pulls together all the pixels, and it, you know, of course, distortion. So it pulls together all of the pixels so it doesn't look crazy. Okay, and so that's all I do for that. And then I go over here to presets, and I do color, or is it creative? No, it's color. And then I go all the way down to matte. Now this is just how I edited these photos. And then I go all the way down to matte. And then I go to grain, and I click on the medium grain and add that to my pictures. I wanted these to look kind of grungy because I had on the camo, and you know, I'm using dark colors, so I wanted these to look kind of grungy, so I added grain on top of that. Then I go over to details and sharpening. I do sharpening halfway. That just makes the picture, you know, a lot clearer. And then I go all the way down to color noise reduction. I don't do anything with that, but in order to use what else is up under there, you have to touch it a little bit. And so with smoothness, I go all the way because I just like the way that looks. And then sometimes I'll do like light and contrast. Like if I used one of the presets, one of the colors, and it was just too orange or too yellow, but I needed to use that one, I'll go back over here to the lighting and I'll adjust the contrast or whatever. But I don't necessarily need to do that in these pictures because I like the way these look. I think these are fine. And then you can adjust your whites and your blacks. My whites are at 20 right now, but if I bring it all the way up, that just brightens the picture. And then bring it back down and it darkens the picture. So And that is pretty much all I do for these, or for this one. So now I'm gonna go over here to these three dots up here and I'm gonna save to device and click OK. And now I'm gonna get off of this. Okay, so here's what I like to do. I have this app on my phone called Unfold, and basically it's for your Instagram stories, like to make them look more aesthetically pleasing. So what I do with this is, you can already see I went extra super crazy on here already. But the thing I like about these is that once I add pictures to this, it takes the pictures that I've already edited and it just makes them look super clear. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So I'm just going to take, now it depends on which one of which what do I call this, which template you use, whether or not your pictures look super clear once you've added them. So I'm just going to use this one with the 5 picture edit options. I'm going to use the picture I just edited and then pictures that I've you know, I already have in here, and then hopefully one of them will look crazy and I can show you the difference. They actually don't. Okay, so this is the one that I just used. Now let me see if I can find one. Okay, like right here, before I add this to here, the grain on the pictures, it just takes over the entire picture. But when I add it to here, it kind of smooths and softens grain, and it just looks beautiful, and it just looks so much more professional. I don't know if I'm just crazy or if that's really just how it looks. But I think depending on like the template picture size, it will or won't take away the grain. So like right here, I added all of these pictures up here, like the first one and then this one right here. But these two, the grain just got a lot worse, or a lot more evident, I guess. I don't really know why it does that, but because I do want my pictures to look flawless and all that good stuff, I come over here to Unfold and I add my pictures to here. It does have a single option, but like this one right here. So you see how this picture looks in the single option, and then it looks crazy on this one too. It looks so much better on this one. So I don't know what that is about. I don't know why it does it, but I just like to add my pictures in my Unfold app for whatever reason, because I just think it makes it look so much better. And so once I've done that, then that picture is done. I don't necessarily have to add it to Unfold. Like after I get done in Lightroom, then I feel like they're pretty much, you know, good enough. So then I just go over to Instagram and I upload it if I feel like it. So I did upload those to Instagram, and this is what they look like on Instagram. See, the grain is not bad at all, and so that's what these look like on Instagram. And so yeah, I think they look mighty cool. And so now I'm gonna take you over to the pictures that I uploaded the day before these. So let's see if I have one that's not edited. Probably not. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so this picture right here is snatched right, girl. I know it looks so good. All right, so this one right here, I think I've already took this one through Airbrush again, but basically the same steps. I just go and I smooth my face or any area of my skin that's exposed. That's good. Then I go over to brighten, and because I want the lines in my turtleneck to show and the velvet and the suit to show, I go over that. And sometimes I'll go over my hair too, if like it's, you know, very evident. And then I go to whiten, and because my teeth are showing a lot more in this picture, then I'm definitely going to whiten my teeth and the little bit of white that you can see in my eyes, because I just want these to look as professional and as up to par and good as they can possibly get, you know. So now that that is done, I go over to basically that is it. And then I go to no, not that, bokeh, and it's gonna blur the background for me like that, but I'm gonna bring it down because I don't need all of that blur. And then I'm gonna erase it off of my arms up here, because that's just gonna look super fake and we don't want that. And off of my hair, if it's on my hair, and we're good. And so download, go over to go over to Lightroom. We're gonna add another picture. That one, add, boom, bam, bing. Okay, so I did these the other day, so I don't remember exactly what all I used to edit this picture, so we're just gonna wing it. You guys get to see a legit first-hand edit that I haven't done. I mean, I have, but I just don't remember how I did it. So we're gonna change the lens profile again and adjust the absorption, and then we're gonna go over to presets, and we're just gonna play with the lighting or the color to see how we like it. Here we go. Okay, so that's, I think Vivid is what I use, but I'm not sure. I kind of like this because it looks super chocolate. Bright. Okay, we're gonna go with bright. Bright is fine. Okay, so now we're gonna go to details and sharpening. We're gonna bring up the sharpening, bring it down just a little bit more. Okay, and now we're gonna go down to color noise reduction. And we are going to adjust the smoothness, so we're going to bring that up all the way. See, the smoothness takes down what the sharpening enhanced. The smoothness just kind of balances that out. And that's how we do that. And over here, the color allows you to click on the mix. And normally with the oranges is like your skin tone, so it changes your skin tone, but it will change everything around you, but it mostly focuses on your skin tone. So I don't want to change my skin tone, so I'm going to bring it up a little bit more, but we don't want to do that. And then the light blue is normally your, no, the yellow is normally your lighting, but the light blue is usually like the, how do I say it, like the coolness of your picture, you know? So I don't necessarily need to use any of that though. And so we're going to go over to lighting or light, and we're gonna see what the highlight does. Let's see, that brings down the highlight and this brings up the highlight. Definitely don't want it that light, but I do want it kind of dark. Okay, so I'm gonna adjust the whites just a little bit, and we're gonna put the blacks at a -15. And literally, that is literally all I do. So this is the before, and this is the after. Before, after. So technically all I did was warm this picture up. You know, I didn't necessarily do a whole lot, and my phone is out of storage. But that is technically basically all I do on my pictures. Now, of course, depending on how I want the picture to look or the mood of the photo shoot, then the settings and the editing will change, and it varies between different pictures and, you know, the mood of the photo shoot. But those are literally all I use to edit my pictures. I don't do a whole lot, but I imagine like with different cameras then you would have to do a lot more. But I feel like my camera is pretty good for photography. And I know a lot of people think that you have to have like the best camera out there, but really the most important thing that you need when taking pictures or doing photography is lighting. You can have not necessarily a really bad camera, but you can have a camera that's not a Canon and still get a flawless picture or a really good picture if your lighting is up to par. Or if you just know your own angles. Like, it's way easier to take your own pictures than it is to take someone else's pictures. So if you just know your angles, then, you know, you can get a really good picture. And then, of course, if you got editors and you have Photoshop, not necessarily Photoshop, but if you have really good editors, then your pictures will come out flawless, I promise. So just practice. I'm not the best at it, but I feel like I am way better at it today than I was when I first started, okay? So that is all for this video, you guys. A couple tips and tricks that I use to edit my self-photography photos. Hope you guys can take something from this. And if you guys do use Lightroom or Airbrushing, let me know how it works out for you. And I will see you guys in my next video.